These are all very, very easy questions, sir. And believe me, these are easy because you are using this method. It is not easy just like that. I am trying to make it as easy as possible for my beloved students. That is the fact here. And I am not trying to boost here. I am not trying to boost myself. I am trying to tell that this is exactly the method you need to implement. And with practice, don't ever believe my words, sir. You prove it to yourself and say that whether it is becoming easy for you or not if you start implementing this method with a good number of questions being practiced. And I am damn sure that you will come out with an answer saying me that yes sir, whatever you said is right. It is damn easy with this method what you are teaching. Please see this question. The angle of elevation of a top of a vertical tower situated perpendicularly on a plane is observed as 60 degrees from a point on the same plane. There is a plane. Okay, let this the plane, horizontal plane. Now, angle of elevation of a top of a vertical tower situated perpendicularly on a plane. There is a vertical tower which is perpendicular to the plane what I have drawn horizontally. This vertical tower, I will call it as AB. The angle of elevation of the top is nothing but A. Situated vertically perpendicular on a plane is observed as 60 degrees from a point on the same plane. There is a point P on the same plane. Angle of elevation from here to here, this particular angle is 60 degrees. That is the meaning. Simple way of understanding. From another point to Q, 10 meter vertically above point P. That means 10 meter vertically above point P. There is another point Q. That means question says this value is 10 meters. This distance PQ is 10 meters. The angle of depression of the foot of the tower is 30 degrees. Foot of the tower is nothing but B, right? This angle, this foot is nothing but B. Angle of depression is 30. That means if I draw a horizontal line here, this particular angle is 30, or in other words, this particular angle is 30 degrees. That is the meaning of it. Height of the tower is how much? Height of the tower, AB value. Tower is nothing but AB. AB value, please find out the value of AB, the question. Now see here. Again a damn easy question, sir. A damn beautiful easy question. Beautiful question, but this point, intermediate point, I will call it as C. Now see here. If I start solving this question, if I take this triangle ABP, this is 90 degree entirely. This is 60 degree given in the question. So if this is 60 and if this is 90, this should definitely be 30 degrees, right? Yes. Opposite to 30, if I assume it as 1 unit. Opposite to 30, if I assume it as 1 unit. Opposite to 60, this entire AB value, opposite to 60 will entirely become root 3 unit. Opposite to 30, if it is 1, opposite to 60 entirely is root 3. That is for one triangle. If I take another triangle, let me take this triangle BQP. Here angle P is 90 degrees. This is 60, this is 30 degrees, and this should be 60 degrees. This should be 60 degrees. Same logic I would like to implement once again. Opposite to 30, if it is 1 unit. Opposite to 30, if it is 1 unit. Let me call this as 1 unit according to my assumption. Opposite to 60 will become root 3 in that case. That means this BP value will become root 3 in that case, right? It becomes root 3. Now, but according to the question, PQ value is not 1. PQ value is 10. 1 should become 10. Multiply by 10. This root 3 also multiply by 10. That means, can I say in simple language that opposite to 30, if it is 10 units, then opposite to 60, it should be 10 root 3 units. But can I also say that this BP value, it cannot be 1 and it cannot also be 10 root 3. It should be any of those one value. It should be either 1 or it should be 10 root 3. Let us convert this 1 into 10 root 3. That means I should multiply all these first triangle values. 1 is becoming 10 root 3. Multiply by 10 root 3. Root 3 also multiply by 10 root 3. Root 3 into 10 root 3 is, it is 10 into 3. Answer for this question is 30. That means this entire value already I got it as root 3 that time. Now I am converting to question. Question multiply by 10 root 3 according to the question. So 10 into 10 root 3, sorry, 10 root 3 into root 3, it should become 30. AB value is what they are asking, and that is what I got here also. Simple logic, sir. Let us not at all make it complicated to spoil our understanding of problem solving. Very easy to implement. I hope the idea is clear. Why are you converting this 1 to 10 root 3? See, your age is 25 years, for example. Right now your age is 25 years. Your age at the same time cannot be 32 years also. Correct, right? Is it possible? Right now you are 25 years. At the same time you are also 32 years. Is that statement true, sir? That can definitely not happen. That can definitely not happen. Similarly, BP value, it cannot be 1 and it cannot also be 10 root 3 at the same time. Either it should be taken as 1 or it should be taken as 10 root 3. Convert 1 into 10 root 3. Sir, why can't we convert 10 root 3 into 1? That also can be done, but why did I not do that? Because it will come in fractions. I don't want fractions. 1 should become, 10 root 3 should become 1 means divide by 10 root 3. So for that it will be a fraction. So I thought instead of dividing it is easier to multiply. So 1 should become 10 root 3. This 1 is the value which I got from this triangle ABP. So all the values which I wrote for that same triangle ABP multiply by this multiplying factor 10 root 3. The other value which I wrote for the triangle is root 3. That also multiply by 10 root 3. 10 root 3 into root 3 is 10 into 3, 30. Answer is 30. Simple way of solving. I hope you are understanding, sir. This is a point which you need to think about. You cannot be 25 years now, and at the same time is nothing but right now the present situation itself, you cannot also be 32 years. A same person cannot have two different years at the same time. Same distance, BP cannot have two different values at the same time. It should be made as one particular value, whichever you want, you like it. I hope the idea is clear for you people. Next question, again a very beautiful question. This question also has something as a north, south, all those things. Let us see what can be done. A boy standing in the middle of a field observes a flying bird in the north at an angle of elevation of 30 degrees. Okay, let us understand. There is a field like this. A boy, let me call that boy as B, right? A boy is standing in the middle of a field, observes a flying bird in the north. Suppose for boy, this is the north. There is a bird like this, right? There is a bird like this. I will call the position of the bird at some instant as C, right? There is a bird like that. Observes a bird, flying bird in the north at an angle of elevation of 30 degrees. Now, this particular angle is given in the question as 30 degrees. This particular angle is given as 30 degrees. So, this will be 90 degrees. I will call this point as point A. Next, after 2 minutes, now the bird is at this point, right? The bird is at this point. It kept on moving like this. After 2 minutes, he observed the same bird in the south. Now, how are you saying that it is moving in this direction itself? Now, this is the position of the boy. For boy, if right side is the north direction, then definitely for boy, left side should be south direction, because north and south are opposite to each other. I hope it is clear. If the right side of boy is north, then the left side of boy should be south. And it is given in the question that he observed the same bird in the south. That means from north the bird is coming like this to the south. South is nothing but the left side of a boy. And after 2 minutes, he observed the same birds in the south. That means the bird is like this at this point, right? The bird is like this at this point. Let me call this point as some point D, right? Now the position of the bird in the south is at this point D, and after 2 minutes means initially he saw the bird at point C. Now the point D is what it is there. That means the time taken from point C to D, the time taken by the bird to travel from C to D is nothing but 2 minutes. It is the angle of elevation is given as 60. The boy is seeing the bird like this right now. The angle of elevation is now nothing but 60 degrees. I hope the question is very, very clear. Let me call this point as point E. Next, if the bird flies all along in a straight line at a height of 50 root 3 meters, height from E to D, height is 50 root 3. This value is given in the question as 50 root 3. Or from A to C, that height is also nothing but 50 root 3 only. If it is 50 root 3 according to the question, find the speed in kilometers per hour, speed of the bird. Now see here, sir, simple. Again same logic. Speed of bird is nothing but distance travelled by the bird from C to D, from C to D, or C to D is nothing but equal to A to E. Both are absolutely same. Distance travelled from A to E divided by time taken from C to D. But time taken from C to D is already known to us as 2 minutes, which is 120 seconds. I only need to find the distance from C to D. If I find the distance, my answer is very simple. Now let us find the distance. Now same logic if I take it, sir. If I assume the same logic what I was doing earlier, this is 30 degrees, this is 60 degrees, so this should be 90 degrees. Opposite to 30 if I assume as 1, opposite to 60 will be root 3. That means BA value will be root 3. But according to the question it is not 1. According to question it is 50 root 3. 1 should become 50 root 3. 1 into which number is 50 root 3? 1 into 50 root 3 is 150 root 3. So root 3 also multiply by 50 root 3. So it is 50 into 3. BA distance is 150. The distance travelled from A to B is 150 meters, right? 150 meters. But I want E to B value also. Let us find it. Do not worry. Same thing. This is 60, this is 90. So this should be 30 degrees. So if I represent it in a different color for your better understanding, opposite to 30, if I assume it as 1, opposite to 60 will be root 3. That means this entire thing will be root 3. But according to the question, opposite to 60 is not root 3. It is 50 root 3. 50 root 3 means it should be multiplied by 50. 1 also multiplied by 50. That means the total distance travelled from A to E. From A to B it is 150. From B to E it is 50. Total is 150 plus 50. So total distance travelled is 200 meters. Total time taken is 120 seconds, which is given in the question as 2 minutes. So 200 by 120 is 20 by 12. 4 into 5, 4 into 3. 5 by 3 meters per second. But I don't want in meters per second. I want in kilometers per hour. 5 by 3 multiply by 18 by 5. This becomes 5 will cancel out. 18 by 3 is 6 kilometers per hour should be my final answer. These are all extremely easy provided you have listened to all my previous problem and understood the concept behind solving a heights and distance question. I hope the idea is super clear for you people, sir.